I'll do that. It's fine.
Perfect. Now, do you want? And I'll go up.
Yep.
Then we click on, don't we?
Revealed tonight. Click that button, join the ride. Future's waiting, don't you hide. Like and subscribe while you 10 minutes to go, T-minus time. Get ready for the chat, pay no dime. 100 viewers strong, waiting in line. Aussie rap echoes, future's a sign. 10 minutes to go, T-minus time. Get ready for the chat, pay no dime. 100 viewers strong, waiting in line. Aussie rap echoes, future's a sign. 10 minutes to go, T-minus time. Get ready for the chat, pay no dime. 100 viewers strong, waiting in line. Aussie rap echoes, future's a sign. Everything Sunday nights, let your spirit sing. Like and subscribe while you go fall. Catch the vibes, it's a tarot call. Every Sunday we'll be living it right. Mystic moments in the moonlight. Like and subscribe while you go fall. Catch the vibes, it's a tarot call. Every Sunday we'll be living it right. He reads the cards so fine. Every Sunday spend some time. Join us, live, just click and see. Get your reading easily. Shuffle those cards, feel the vibe. Tarot talks like ancient tribe. Sunday special, don't be late. Click to join and don't wait. Mindy's here to guide your way. Free tarot reads every Sunday. Like and subscribe, stay. Just click and see. Get your reading easily. Shuffle those cards, feel the vibe. Tarot talks like he reads the cards so fine. Every Sunday spend some time. Join us, live, just click and see. Get your reading easily. Shuffle those cards, feel the vibe. Tarot talks like ancient tribe. Sunday special, don't be late. Click to join and don't wait. Mindy's here to guide your way. Free tarot reads every Sunday. Like and subscribe, stay a while. Get your reading tarot style. She knows your heart. Tarot telling secrets smart. Future, past, and what's to be. These visions always free. Wonder what your cards will show. Tuning in for the flow. See your path with Mindy's grace. Feel the comfort in this place. Tap the button, join the fun. Readings live for everyone. Like, subscribe to see your fate. Mindy waits, don't hesitate. Smart, future, past, and what's to be. These visions always free. Wonder what your cards will show. Tune in minute for the flow. See your path with join the fun. Readings live for everyone. Like, subscribe to see your fake. Mindy ways, don't hesitate.
Readings right for you. Like and subscribe, join the crew. Everybody waiting in a line, looking for a sign, gotta shine.
Hey yo, Mindy in the crib, tarot cards in the stack. Sunday vibes collect the tribe, y'all don't be slack. Crystal balls and tarot flow, she got you on the line. Free breathe, believe, defeat, knowledge so divine. 10 minutes till the show, grab a seat, beat the scene. Subscribe, thumbs up, yo, you know what I mean. Mystic visions, future visions, she be sipping tea. Left forecast, past, present, destiny. Tarot on the tube, better click and join the crew. Mindy drop the wisdom every Sunday like it's new. Thumbs up, subscribe, get your fate, know it's true. Live tarot reading, Mindy bring it in for you. Aussie vibes coming live, feel the energy. Mindy's got the cards, yo, it sets you mentally. From pentacles to cups, swords to the arcana. Free reading, sunbeams streaming from the land of fauna. Shuffling the deck, destiny on the line. Hit that bell, Mindy spell, metaphysical combined. She's the queen of wands, mystery in her hand. Future laden pattern, she's got the command. Tarot on the tube, better click and join the crew. Mindy drop the wisdom every Sunday like it's new. Thumbs up, subscribe, get your fate, know it's true. Live tarot reading, Mindy bringing it for you. Tarot on the tube, better click and join the crew. Mindy drop the wisdom every Sunday like it's new. Thumbs up, subscribe, get your fate, know it's true. Live tarot reading, Mindy bringing it for you. The cards in the stack, Sunday vibes collect the tribe. Yo, it's Sunday, Mindy's here. Tarot cards gonna make it clear. Tune in now, it's time to see the future's here for you and me. What does it show? Answers that you need to know. Love and fate all in a sign. Catch the vibes, we're feeling fine. Like and subscribe for a reading. Future's here and it's revealing. Mindy's life, so we believe in the magic we're achieving. Every Sunday, loving free. Grab the truth that's on your screen. Crystal ball and tarot spread. Fortunes dancing in your head. Join the fun, it's all in line. Questions answered every time. Mindy's here to build the hype. Hit the bell and hit that like. Like and subscribe for a reading. Future's here and it's revealing. Mindy's life, so we believe in the magic we're achieving. Sunday living free, grab the truth that's on your screen. Crystal ball and tarot spread, fortunes dancing in your head. Join the fun, it's all in line. Questions answered every time. Mindy's here to build the hype. Hit the bell and hit that like and subscribe for a reading. Future
it's revealing. Mindy's light, so we believe in the
Hi guys, welcome to live Sunday tarot readings. Nice to have you with me today. I hope your week has been amazing. So welcome Mariana and welcome Em. Thank you for following my channel and for jumping on to say hi. So if you would like readings today, please jump in and put a comment in the comment section and I will get to as many people as I can. I love to read the tarot. It's one of my passions. I enjoy being here live in the studio talking to you all. So I use the Rider-Waite deck. So for those who are not familiar with tarot, the Rider-Waite deck is one of the most classic tarot decks available. In my dispensary of tarot, I have lots of different tools that I use and I have different decks, but this one is always one of my most favorite decks to come back to. So Em, yes, I've got a question from you and I would love to do a reading for you to kick off our Sunday. Oh, thanks Em, you too. That's really nice of you to say. All right, so we're going to ask about what does Tobias think about you and does he have feelings? So let's have a look what the cards tell us today and we will see what they reveal for you, Em. So over here in Victoria, Australia, we are sitting at about midday. So it is a nice Sunday, nice slow morning. I always love my Sunday mornings. Don't like to rush around, like to hop up and take my time. So it's really nice to feel relaxed going into the readings and that's why we picked Sunday because Sunday is a really chill day over here. Okay, Em, tapping into your energy and connecting with you today. Let's see what the cards reveal. It's always very interesting. Energy transcends space and time. Big believer in that. Okay. All right, I feel those cards are ready. Let's cut them into 3 and see what they reveal for you today. Okay, I'm popping them back together just to kind of push the energy back into the cards. And we're going to lay them out and I'm going to go through them with you. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion regarding this situation. So I feel like energies are all scattered between you two at the moment and there's a little bit of miscommunication going on. So I have the 7 of Pentacles, which goes back to putting in some effort and energy into a connection. So the Pentacles are all about our resources that are available to us. So they're the things that are earthly bound that connect us to each other. So I feel like there was some obvious evidence for you regarding Tobias that there was energy between you two. And so you felt that, you connected with that. But the 5 of Wands in the middle here is saying that the energy is sometimes a bit scattered between you two. And sometimes it can be a bit playful, which is kind of a nice thing. I feel like there's playful, flirty energy between you. So the 5 of Wands isn't always a negative. Sometimes it just means a bit of fun, bit of frivolous energy between the both of you. But the 7 of Cups going into the future is saying to me that there's a bit of confusion, so mixed messages coming from Tobias. And I think sometimes he will give you an inkling that he really does care, and then other times you will get information that's a little bit all over the place and scattered. So what I think here is that he is trying to keep you guessing, so it's a bit deliberate. So he wants you to feel confused, so not in a mean way, but just in a flirty way. So I think he's enjoying the flirty connection that he has with you. I think that he's finding that quite fun, and he kind of wants to leave you guessing and wants to act a little bit mysterious. That's kind of his game. But he is a bit of a game player, I am going to say that. So watch out for that side of things. I'm not going to pretend that it's all rosy and wonderful when there is a little bit of that iffy energy going on here. I do feel like he's giving you, he wants to kind of keep you guessing and keep you in the corner just in case. He wants to be able to have his cake and eat it too a little bit. So the message with the cups there is that, yeah, he's deliberately trying to keep you guessing. So you need to one up his game. So that would be my advice, is that if he's doing this to you to keep you emotionally confused, then you need to do it back to him. So I would be thinking of strategies that you can do to be a little bit more aloof in your energy. So, you know, walk the talk a little bit. Even if you're not feeling that in your heart, you almost have to keep him guessing. So act a little bit like, nah, it's okay. Like, I'm happy with my life. I don't really mind whether what Tobias is doing. I'm going to get on with what I'm doing. That's fine. And then I feel like that's going to bring him around, and he'll end up being almost putty in your hands is what I feel here. So definitely one up his game, because he's doing this, he's got a strategy going on, and he can be a bit of a player. But that can actually turn into the Cups energy is all emotional. So I feel like he will enjoy that. He will find that more frivolous and fun with you. And he does find you very interesting. So that's what I feel like he does find you interesting. So when you ask, does he have feelings? I would say yes, he does. But he's trying to keep his options open, and you're not just an option, okay? So you're not just an option. So you need to make him realize that you're the real deal, and you're much more important and special than that. And if he doesn't come to the party that way, then it's time to move on. I hope that's helped you, Em, because often when we are connecting with people that way, it can be really confusing energy, especially when we're starting out and we're trying to read what they're trying to tell us. But he definitely is a bit of a playful energy here, and I feel like that can be quite fun. But you also have to watch out a little bit, because you don't want to be taken for a fool or used as an option. So yeah, make him think about it. Make him realize how important and special you are, because you are. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to see Mariana, are you still with us? Did you want a reading today? And if you did, do you have a question? You can just say general if you don't have a specific question. It might be a bit quieter today. We've got really nice warm weather here in Australia. So a lot of people will be out and about. It's kind of that end of the year cycle coming in where people have a lot of events. No worries, Em, you're so welcome. So yes, it might be a little bit quiet here in the tarot room today, which is okay. We're happy to do a couple of little readings and then see where we go. But I'm shuffling the cards, and I might just do my own stuff for a little minute because I haven't done one for myself yet. So we'll see what the week brings. Okay, so I am thinking about the week to come, and I'm connecting with that energy, and I'm wondering what this week will bring. It's going to be a crazy week. There's lots of plans in place. So I have a few events on. I have a very busy clinic week this week. So I kind of want a bit of clarity around that. And I know that there is going to be some depletion coming, and that's okay. I can regenerate my energy. It's all right. But it's going to be a full-on week when it comes to energy at the moment. All right. Hi, Dorella. Welcome. Okay, no worries, Dorella. I will get to you. Absolutely. Thanks for your question today. All right. So this is for me, this reading today. So it's telling me I have quite a lot of positive energy coming in this week. So I've got the Empress and the Ace of Cups and the Fool. So that often would mean a surprise pregnancy. So I might hear of somebody being pregnant. I do have some fertility clients coming in this week. So it can literally mean that there'll be some good news around their pregnancy. So I am interested to see whether that does come to fruition. I'm really hopeful that that is the case because I'm working with some people that have been obviously trying to have a baby. I'm a naturopath, so I help them with that kind of work, and I try to facilitate and support their bodies so that they can, you know, productively fall pregnant. So that's really exciting, and I have a feeling about who that might be. So fingers crossed that I'm right about her. And very deserving of this pregnancy. So that would be very, very good news. So when I see cards like this, sometimes it's just here to lift my energy up and say this will get you through the week of chaos. You're going to hear some really positive news regarding a pregnancy, regarding something that comes to fruition that I've been a small part of to help facilitate. So that's great news. So thank you, the Tarot, for answering my question. Hi, David. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so Dorella, I would love to answer your question about Tony, that he's going outside his neighbourhood looking for you. Okay, let's see what the cards reveal about Tony. And is this true? Let's have a look and see. So it is always very interesting when we ask the tarot about somebody else and what they're thinking or feeling for somebody, because energy is hard to read when that person is elusive or doesn't share their thoughts and emotions. So sometimes the tarot is such a great tool because it can connect us back to those emotions. Okay, Dorella, connecting for you again. I love to be able to do these readings. It's fantastic. All right, I'm connecting to Tony's energy here. He's got flighty energy. He's quite busy, does quite a lot of stuff. I feel that. Very internal as a person is what I feel. All right, cut them into 3 for you, Dorella. Let's see what comes through today. Okay. Okay, yes, I do. I'm going to say yes. I think that Tony is looking for you. I think that he is traveling around. Yes, David, you can do a general message. Absolutely. And that's fine. I can do one for you after I finish with this one, if that's okay. So the 6 of Swords is talking about a journey. So physically, he is actually navigating and searching and looking and trying to find you and connect with you. He wants a chance encounter. He wants it to seem like it's a chance encounter. No, I feel like he is actually going outside looking for you. I don't feel like you're stalking him at all. I feel like he's actually coming and looking for you, and he wants it to be like a chance encounter. So he's actually, it's not going to be a chance encounter because he's actively looking for you, but I feel like he's kind of hoping that you will run into each other. So he wants that spontaneity. And so I feel like it is a little bit weird, the energy. I'm not going to lie to you either. But I feel like he's strategizing. So the 7 of Cups is often confusion. It often means lots of different ways that this can go and lots of different things that he's thought of in terms of how to connect with you. But the 7 of Cups sitting there is telling me that he has come up with a way of being able to maybe connect with you. So that is to come into where you live and to have a look and see if he can run into you and connect with you by chance. So he's there. He's physically coming around. He is physically stepping outside of his comfort zone trying to find you. But the 2 of Wands is saying that you've been weighing up the options on your end a little bit differently regarding Tony. So you've been thinking about things differently, Dorella. So I feel like you've been looking to the horizon and contemplating the situation and wondering what your options are and thinking whether this is where you want to go with Tony from now on. So now that he's kind of upped his game a little bit, it's become a little bit uncertain on your part. But I would say that if he's coming to your neighborhood, if you do connect, there is that chance that will happen. You need to read the energy. So read the energy between you two and work out whether that's a path that you want to take. The 2 of Wands is often about you looking to the horizon and deciding which direction you want to go. So you have options is what it's telling me. The ball, he's literally holding the world in his hand in this image. The world is in your court, or the ball is in your hand. So you can play the card however you want to. But I would actually be a little bit cautious around this energy because he's really internally strategized how this is going to play out. But I would look at it in a flattering sense that he actually really, really wants to connect to you. Yeah, I agree. I think that he definitely does come through, and he is definitely going outside of his neighborhood looking for you and trying to find a connection with you, but he doesn't want it to look like he's actually planning anything. So it is almost a strategy here that's at play. So he's very strategic in what he's doing. So you have the choice though in how you navigate this. So the 2 of Wands is always about a choice. So you have some deciding to make. So you can think about whether that's something that you want to pursue or not, because if you decide not to, he will withdraw his energy, and I don't think anything will go further with that. Hi Max, welcome to the show today. So you can decide if that's what you'd like to do. So ball's in your court. But he is, yes, the people that are telling you these things, his friends are actually right. They're giving you a bit of insight into what's going on. He's probably, if he found out that was happening, he'd be a little bit stressed about that because he wants it to all seem quite elusive. I hope that makes sense. But yes, make a choice for yourself and try not to overthink it, because if you overthink it, then it becomes too difficult. Okay, thanks, Dorella. It was lovely to read for you today. Okay, so David, I would love to do a general reading for you as well. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards and we're going to do a general play and see what comes out for you today. And we're not thinking of any particular situation. I'm just trying to connect with your energy. And I do use the tarot myself this way the most because I find it works so much better when I'm able to connect to general energy because it will reveal what it needs to reveal. Often I have people, yes, Max, please ask away and I'll get to you after this one. So often I'll have people come in for a tarot and they will sit down with me and I'll do the reading and they will think they'll have a very specific question in mind and they'll shuffle the cards and I'll lay out the cards and the tarot wants to bring up something completely different. Whoop, we've just thrown the cards all over the table. The tarot wants to bring something completely different to the fore. So it navigates us. We ask the question, but the energy will direct the way that it wants to direct. So we don't really get a choice in exactly how it's going to show its hand. But, okay, Max, no worries at all. I'll get to you. Thank you. And you're welcome, Dorella. Thanks for being here. It's just wonderful. All right, David, I'm connecting with your energy and I'm shuffling and I'm really trying to connect with you. I hope that everything's good on your end. I hope you're enjoying your week. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, David, I'm going to cut the cards into 3 and we're going to see how we go. So if you are in Australia, Dave, we would call you Dave-O. We always add an O to the end of people's names. We don't know why we do it, but we do. Hi, Cynthia, welcome. All right. Okay, so I'm going to say to you, Dave, that the tarot wants to direct me to some healing energy here at the moment. So the star, being a major arcana card, is what draws me to this. And I feel that the star as a major arcana card is connecting back to healing energy. So I feel as though you have been working internally to do some really big healing in your life and you've been seeking and learning and trying to connect to yourself spiritually, and you've been looking for spiritual support and you've been really, really connecting back to yourself. And I feel like this goes back to a female connection in your past, and she's sitting over here, this Queen of Wands. But I feel like you have emerged from this, or you're emerging from this situation as a different person. And I think that what it's trying to say to me, the star, is that through this heartbreak or this pain that you went through with this particular female, I'm sorry if I'm wrong there, but I feel like there was a big turning event that happened emotionally with a female in your life. The healing that you've done has actually brought you closer to understanding what your needs are and also what your purpose is. And the 9 of Wands is a really beautiful card because wands represent fire and energy. And I really have this connection with fire and energy for you, that you're emerging from this a little bit wounded, a little bit bruised, a little bit exhausted, obviously, but you're not broken. And so that's the message, is this didn't break you. You came close to feeling like things were breaking, feeling like things were falling apart, but you didn't break. So you are still intact. And yes, there's those scars. Yes, there's those wounds that you will carry throughout your life, but you've emerged from this darkness, from this heartache, and you're coming through and you're about to turn a new leaf, which is very exciting. So I see the star in the 9 of Wands as turning a new page and emerging as a new version of yourself. And I feel like it's going to be a very, very positive change for you. And I feel like you're going to take your life in a very different direction. So 9s are often that kind of end of a cycle that we're coming up to. So 10s are kind of the culmination of that, but 9s are always about the energy that you kind of surmount when you're coming to the final conclusions of something. And so the 9 of Wands is saying that you're nearly there. You're still doing some healing work and you're really, really close to coming to that end point. But you've worked so hard and that's not without reward. It is coming for you. So just stay the course. Trust your intuition because you're emerging. It's about to get better from here for you. And I really, really feel that. But you just need to stick it out a little bit longer because there's more to come for you. Just the rest of this year, get through the rest of it. Things will get a little bit better. Hey, Anastasia, nice to see you here. Thanks for joining us. So I feel like jumping into something a little bit more immersive for yourself. If you're finding that you're drawn into a passion, and I see you maybe doing some work around this space in the healing arts somewhere, I feel like you'd be absolutely incredibly good doing this kind of work because you know what true darkness feels like, true pain feels like. So your empathy is really, really there too, Dave. So I hope that's helped you. Thanks for jumping on today. Okay, Max, I would like to do a reading for you next. And yes, Anastasia, of course you can have a card pull. I think in one of my lives with you, I think I accidentally had to come back to you and I'm sorry about that. So I haven't forgotten that I did that. I'll remember you this time. I'm sorry. It gets nice and busy, doesn't it? Okay, so Max has asked about a job within the next 3 months and your current job very exhausting. Okay, let's have a look. And when we're talking about work, often it's exhausting because it's draining our energy, our ethereal energy. And so if work's draining our ethereal energy, it's very hard for us to connect to that. Okay. Sorry, just having a cuppa and I'm shuffling. Cards felt a little bit heavy in my hands. Okay, so Max, let's connect with your energy today. Let's see what we can bring to you with the tarot. The tarot has so many messages for so many people and I love how it connects us. It's like our little portal to energy, and I always have believed that it decodes that energy we can feel and we can connect with. Those little symbols are so powerful, aren't they? Okay, I'm going to cut those into 3 for you. You're so welcome, David. All right, so Max, let's have a look about your job prospects. Okay, so I feel the exhaustion from you, Max. I can feel that energy. It's really, really, really tiring. So the 5 of Cups is telling me that in the past, I feel like recent past, you've been through some sadness. There's been just a bit of a feeling of depression and depletion in your life, and that's the 5 of Cups there. So I feel like you felt almost like you were stuck between a rock and a hard place and you had no choice but to keep plugging away at what you were doing, and that was making you feel a bit depleted in your energy. So there were people around you who took advantage of that depletion and basically exploited some of your abilities. That's how I feel, and that's the 5 of Swords next to the 5 of Cups. So 5s in their energy are often about that draw or that drain on our energy, and Swords are about thoughts and about conflict, but Cups are all about emotion. So I feel like you were in quite a darker place, feeling a little bit stuck, and I feel like the 5 of Swords kind of was somebody going, oh, I can feel that someone's run down, someone around you, like people around you. So I'm going to see what I can get out of this person, because it's easier to be manipulated when you're coming from a place of depletion than it is when you're empowered. So people were basically taking advantage of your depletion. So the 8 of Swords in the future is talking about feeling that anxiety, feeling like you're trapped a little bit here, and that's what you've just described to me with your job. But I want to let you know, the good thing about the 8 of Swords is that it doesn't look like a very impressive card. It looks like a pretty ominous, scary card, but it's not. So the 8 of Swords can be released. You can be released from any time that you choose to. So a lot of the time our traps in our lives feel more surmountable than they actually are. And a lot of the time it's our own thoughts that make us think that we are in a situation that we can't remove ourselves from. So in the Eight of Swords, I want you to look closely at this card, because what it has here is a opening to walk through. So we can see that, yes, those swords are surrounding the querent here, but there's an opening right in front of the querent, and what's stopping her being able to walk through that opening? Her own blindfold. So she's literally not able to see a way out of this, and that's literally what it means. But those bounds around her are very loose. So if she starts untangling some of those things that are binding her, she will be able to free her blindfold and see that she can escape these swords that are holding her in. So I know that sounds very, wishy-washy, but basically what it means is that there is a way out. You just can't see it yet, okay? And the way out is your decisions. So you have to take a big leap of faith that's going to be really difficult for you to do. And I feel like, with your workplace, I feel like what you're going to have to do is take a leap of faith and go, because the more energy that you're putting into this place that you're in at the moment, the more that you're not going to be able to have energy for something new. So something in the universe won't show up until you let go of something else. Does that make sense? So that means taking the blindfold off, releasing your chains from whatever they're holding you down with. And that's usually money when it comes to work. We need money to live. But I feel like if you are able to step yourself out of there and take a chance and go, oh my God, I'm unemployed. Don't worry, you won't be unemployed for long. I feel like once you cut those ties, once you release yourself from where you are now and you physically depart that place, another opportunity will show up. But until you're ready to let go of that and cut those ties, it's not going to present itself for you, because your energy is too invested in the place that you're currently in now. So from depletion, the universe kind of doesn't reward us because we're not taking the steps or the action to actually show that we want the change. Even though we mentally and emotionally feel that we want the change, we have to physically start walking the change. So walk out of there, leave this place. You do not need to stay there, and then something will show up for you. That's my advice for you, Max. I hope that helps. So I don't see your new place of work yet because you haven't left your old place. But you can do that. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It will not be hard. But I feel like if you do it, you will get those rewards and it will start to present itself. You have to let go of something for something else to show up for you. All right. So Anastasia, let's have a look. Person of interest attracted to you, and does he miss you? Okay. Let's have a look. Anastasia. Yep, so I hope that's helped you, Max. You're welcome. I know it's a bit hard to hear. It's very difficult making these decisions when we're depleted, and often workplaces and the people in them know that we're there because we need to make a living, you need to survive, but there's always something better around the corner. Don't give them your energy anymore. Okay, Anastasia, let's have a look. But I do recognise it's easier said than done. It's going to make it really anxious, provoking, but you'll get through it. Okay. Never settle. Big believer in that. Oh, the cards are wanting to move around a bit today. It's always a good sign. Okay, Anastasia, what have we got for you? Let's have a look. And does he miss you? Okay. And is he attracted to you? Let's see. Well, we got some majors today. We have some majors. So we got the Lovers and Judgment together. So lovers are often about a decision that has been made, and it's an emotional decision. So lovers are number 6 in the major arcana, and so they're big decisions. So they're not our little day-to-day decisions that come up. They are the bigger things that we think about. So the Lovers card sitting there in the past is talking about how you formed this connection with this person, and I feel like it was something that you can't really get your thoughts away from, Anastasia. It's a really, really tricky one. And I feel like it's a big challenge for you because you're someone who never usually gets caught up in these kind of things, but you really feel that there's something that draws you to this connection. So the Judgment card next to the Lovers is saying that it's like a turning point in your life at the moment. There's like lots of change happening as well. And I feel like with Judgment, it's definitely telling me that there's about to be a new corner turn. There's about to be something that happens. Now, I don't know whether you had to physically walk away or move away. I feel like there's an energy where you had to physically be away from each other, and that's the 8 of Cups there. So one of you had to move, or there was something around not being able to be physically close. So I feel like that's an energy that made it really hard emotionally for both of you. So the 8 of Cups is about leaving behind something that emotionally we are tied to. And when we walk away from something that we're tied to emotionally, we often feel that we're sad about that. That emotional feeling can be quite disappointing. So the moon sitting up in the 8 of Cups is often about those inner connections or those intuitive connections that we have to those emotions. So I feel like there was something that you definitely had to physically walk away from. And so I feel like with Judgment sitting in the middle, that you basically thought, yep, okay, have to move on because we're no longer physically around each other. I really get that feeling here, but you can't. So I think that what Lovers and Judgment often mean together is that there's a bit of a soulmate energy here. So I think that you're not imagining this, Anastasia. There is definitely a energy of missing and, you know, pining for you. So I do feel that definitely you are in his thoughts. I feel like you guys need to do all that you can to make this happen. That's my message, because these cups have been left behind temporarily, but they're still standing upright. And whenever I see those cups standing upright, I think that they are a positive thing. I think that turning around from that is a real positive thing for you, because you had to temporarily walk away from it, or he had to walk away from it. I'm not sure which one of you had to walk away, but they're still standing. So you can come back to them. And so that connection is very, very powerful between you two. So that you're not imagining that. And he feels the same way. So this is definitely a reciprocated thing, because we have the Lovers, which is both of your energy coming together. But Judgment is saying, don't think it's over till it's over. I feel like that's completely okay. All right, I hope that's helped you, Anastasia. Thanks for joining today. All right, David, yes, you can, but I'll do Jess first if that's okay, because it's her first question today. No worries. You're welcome, Anastasia. I hope that's helped. Okay, welcome, Jess. Nice to see you here. Where will things go romantically with Lewis and you and his Gemini? Okay, let's have a look. If there's anything about Gemini males, I will say that they live in their heads a lot. So they are very mentally active. So they're ruled by Mercury. And so it's a struggle to kind of get information out of them. And their connection to their head and their hearts is something they struggle with all their lives. So very interesting, but they can be some of the smartest people on the planet, those Geminis. Male Geminis in particular have that real ability to analyse and articulate when they use it for their higher self, or connect to their higher selves. They wrestle with who they are. The twin energy can be very difficult for them. Positive if they harness it well. Okay. I'm just tapping into that energy for you, Jess, and just seeing what comes through today. All right. Okay, let's cut those into 3 and let's see what comes out for you and Lewis today. Okay, it looks like fun. That's what I'm going to say. It looks like fun. So I feel like, I don't know whether you guys work together, or whether there's a connection around work or his work and you've met that way, or there's a connection that way. but I feel like there's a real balanced energy between you two, and that's the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like that is sitting there as a very positive thing, and you guys are very creative together, and that's really, really, really nice as well. So I think that there's definitely that ability for you guys to be able to come together and definitely create some stuff together. So if you feel like you're also going to be romantically linked, it's possible that you will work together, or there'll be some kind of a business together. You have definitely good ideas that you can share and bring that to the fore, and I think it could work out really, really well. Okay, well, there is a potential for you guys to actually form a connection through a work situation, like a business or something like that, because I feel like you have that ability to connect that way. So it's just a free-flowing energy. The Nine of Cups is very positive here, Jess. So I feel like that means that you definitely have a energy connection together that's really fulfilling for both of you, and it's fun. So I often see the Nine of Cups as like that fun energy. So I think together that is a very positive outcome. I think that things look quite good in the interim. I think they're quite positive. I feel like enjoy the connection and try not to overthink it, because that's definitely on his part, that Gemini side of it is the overthinking side of it a lot of the time. But deep conversation, lots of connection, I feel like he's somebody that tickles that for you a little bit as well, that, you know, intellectual conversation. I feel like you definitely have a lot of fun together, and that will continue if you decide to pursue this. So yeah, he's got a sweet heart. He's definitely really connected, but you do have the ability to, I think if you pursue this, there's definitely something around a work situation where I think you could get involved together that way as well. So, you know, often my husband and I have always been this couple where we work together and we live together, and we've been able to do that side by side. And I do feel that you have that energy together, and I think it's a really positive thing. Some people, you know, would die thinking about working with their partners as much as we have, but it just flows for us. And that's the kind of similar energy I get between you and Lewis. I feel like you'd be able to really pull this energy off and take this to another level. So go for it, have fun. I think it's really, really positive. And I think he's a real healing mechanism for you, Jess, emotionally. That's the Nine of Cups as well, because I do think that often you have connection from your past to somebody, and I know that came up last time. And I feel like he's a new leaf. It's something positive to look forward to rather than feeling stuck there. So enjoy that connection. Sometimes we've got to let go of those things from the past, even though we know we'll never really get over them. We still have that love connection there. But it's nice to be able to, you know, move on and have that new connection in your life. And I really do feel that. I would tell you if I felt some harder aspects here, but I feel like it's quite easy and flowy, and I think you're going to have a really good time together. Enjoy. All right, Dave, would you like to ask a question? You're so welcome. And yes, you've been hurt a lot, and you deserve to be a bit happy now. It's time to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow and enjoy that connection with him. It looks like a very positive one. Okay, David, will you have a successful outcome in your court today for your license? Okay. Let's have a look at that one. That's a really good question. I love when they're very specific like that. Thank you. All right. Cards are flowing freely, which I really love. It always, whoop, we got one out there. Okay. That was the Hanged Man. It's okay. That was the actual charges, I think. All right, cutting them into 3 for you, Dave. Let's have a look. What have we got today? You'll have a good outcome. You will have a successful outcome. I feel like there was, with this case, I feel like there was a bit of misunderstanding. So I feel like something happened and it was all blown out of proportion. So I think that that's going to be revealed here in the case today, and I feel like it's going to come out, sorry, not today, when you have your court case, it's going to come out and be very positive that there was a bit of misunderstanding there. So something went a little bit awry there, and you know, a bit of that information was exaggerated. So I think Ace of Cups and the Fool says yes, all green lights there. It'll go the way that you want it to go, and I think that it's paying attention and listening to your legal team or the support that you have that way. They've definitely got it all sussed out for you. go in there with your head held high, listen, you know, cooperate, and everything will come out well. The Fool is actually the card of taking a leap of faith and just going in there and having that confidence and having, you know, that humbleness and humility and being rewarded for that. It's a major arcana card. So definitely a yes here. So I'm not just saying that. If I saw that there was going to be an outcome that was a bit difficult for you, I would certainly share that with you today. But I feel like, yes, you'll be okay. Ace of Cups is new beginnings. Learned a lot of lessons here, and unfortunately sometimes when these things happen they can just throw curveballs at us in our life and cause a bit of chaos. But yeah, the Fool is saying go for it, you'll be fine, everything looks very, very positive, David. I hope that's helped you. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me today. I am signing off now. It's been lovely to be able to jump on and read for you. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I often get on here. I get on here once a week and I like to do my readings for you. So I look forward to connecting with you all next Sunday. So thanks for joining me. Have a great week.
Will you be there next Sunday?
Yep.